Welcome back to the SEC Preview Show as we are on the road to each SEC school. And here we are in St. Louis, Missouri to look at the Rivercats as they make that leap into the SEC. We have Kirk Herbstreit on the phone here with us. And Kirk, this is going to be a fun year in the SEC. But which team do you think will have the best first season?
Well, for me, it's Metropolis, and one thing you have to do when you move into the SEC is run the football, and they have a coaching legend in Robbie Richardson, one of the great running backs in NCAA history, and, they're going to run the ball well, and they also can pass. Don't worry about that. They can move the ball through the air, but I think their strength is running the ball. I mean, they just recruit really, really well. They recruit good offensive linemen. I think it's really going to help. And especially going up against these SEC defenses, it's really going to help that they can run the football this year.
Okay, Kirk, let's just switch gears a little bit. Who do you think will have the best freshmen in the SEC this year? You know the SEC is known to have great freshmen. Who's going to be the best freshman this year?
Well, for me, he's actually on the squad you guys are looking at right now. It's Zane Storm, number 80. He's really, really fast. I mean, this guy has awesome change of direction. He's going to be really, really explosive. And honestly, he's one of those guys, you just get him the ball and watch him work. I go back to this one play that I saw in practice the other day where he was getting a pass across the middle, and Eddie McMack, the senior linebacker, kind of pulled him down by his face mask. You're going to get a lot of face mask calls on this kid because you're just going to need to pull something down in order to grab him in space, and I think that's going to be an explosive weapon for that offense, and with Gunnar Johnson at quarterback, I think they're really going to need some explosion.
All right, let's talk about the Rivercats in specific. Which player will have the biggest impact going into this year?
I think it's going to be J.J. Hollinson, and I think this is a guy that had 12 touchdowns a year ago. He's going to be poised to get that starting role and have really nobody over his shoulder this year, and that's the one thing that, a lot of players look forward to, having nobody over their shoulder. He's going to run the ball. I think they have an improved offensive line. I think their offensive philosophy does fit him more, and I think that he's going to have a pretty good year running the football.
Okay, this team really surprised people last year, and I just want to know, they lost a bunch of guys on both offense and defense. Who's going to be the X factors on both offense and defense this year?
I'm going to give you a few guys here. TC3 is coming back. He's healthy. Last year he was hurt and missed a lot of the season, but now he's healthy in the slot. He's got nobody in the slot with him. Adrian West has graduated last year, and now he's alone there, and I think he's going to have a huge impact. I think that having Gunnar Johnson at quarterback is really going to help him because he can throw the ball deep over the middle. He can finally run deep patterns and have that guy that gets him the ball and in space. Now, I think on defense, it's going to be the freshman Dominique Edwards, a guy who turned down some offers in Florida, and now he's poised to play in St. Louis. It definitely surprised me, and I think that he's going to have a huge impact on this year. I mean, he's huge, 6'4", coming off the edge, and I think that, if he can get it right here in year one, watch out. He's ready for the NFL in a couple of years. And then another guy I'm going to give you is Derek Bomay. He's a pretty good slot corner, and I think that he can force turnovers. He definitely showed some improvement over last season, so I'm looking forward to seeing him play.
All right, last question. Who's the player on the Rivercats nobody is talking about right now that we should really get familiar with and we'll know by the end of the season?
I'm looking out for number 87, Chris Whiteside. He is an outside receiver. He's a true freshman as well, but watch out for him. He's going to be a guy that's probably one of their best route runners right away. He's really got good size too, 6'4", and he can move a little bit. And they did have Andre Booker on the outside last year, but I think that this kid could have a potentially huge season for this offense if he gets on the field.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to Season 5 here in the Rivercats Dynasty. Now, in Season 4, we actually had a 9-win season, and for the first time won the conference championship in the MAC. Now we move over to the SEC, where we will face some really, really good competition. This is going to be a tough year. So let's just take a quick look at the depth chart here. Stephen Ford will go into the season as a number 1 receiver. Zane Storm will play on the outside, TC3. But watch out for Isaiah Thomas and Chris Whiteside. Those guys will both rotate in as that 4th guy going in the receiving core. Now, Ryan Mathis is a guy that I will start over Petrocelli here at right guard. That is actually a big move because he is more of a run blocker than a pass blocker. Now, Preston Kinney goes into this year starting at left end. I want to see what he can do along with Jermaine Neal. Both of those guys will rotate in. A new starter at defensive tackle with Jonathan Thousand being next to J.J. Taylor, who's going to have a huge year. Odin Blue is going to be the starter at middle linebacker, taking over for the captain Javon Warren. And obviously, Brian York gets that captain number this year. One guy to watch out for in the secondary is Brenton Jackson. I don't really know who's going to be the starter for the entire season, but right now it's Brenton Jackson. But watch out for Jacob Drackett, even playing on the outside, DJ Durrell. And I decided to redshirt Dylan DiRoberto as a cornerback because I want to develop him just a little bit more. So let's get into the opening game as we take on M-Stam, maybe for the last time in this series, as they did not get promoted to the SEC. They have not shown that they are ready for that competition, and here they come out with a new head coach and a new offense. So they're starting it out under center this time. Martin's going to hand off to Birch, who gets tackled in the backfield. That's J.J. Taylor, who led our team with 7 sacks last season. He gets the first stop in the backfield along with Jake Braun there as well. So they eventually get it to a 3rd and 8 this time. Martin throws to the right side, and he's got Greer, and he will pick up the first down, gain of 8 yards, and it's a first down. So line up with a bunch formation to the left side. Martin, the lefty, throws deep down the right side, and he's got Shogun Gonzalez, the former Rivercats. He beats the freshman Brenton Jackson, who just gets lost in coverage. He has his eyes in the backfield and gets beat deep, and Shogun picks up a gain of 54. And now they're inside of scoring territories. They hand it off to Birch on the next play, and that's a tackle, and that is going to be Ja'Cory Reed. So now at about the 14-yard line this time, Martin keeps on an option. He's got it to the left side and a lot of room, and he gets about to the 8-yard line before getting hit by Brian York, the new captain. So 1st and goal this time, running, carry, in motion. Let's see if they give it off to Birch. They do. Hand off to the right side. Odin Blue gets there, though. Nice stop by him. And now we get him to an eventual 3rd and goal. Maybe we can come up with a field goal stop on this drive as Martin drops back under center, throws to the end zone, and it's almost picked off, and that is Bryant Britt. Remember, he comes into this season as a preseason All-American, and now we do get them to settle for 3. So here is the offense with Gunnar Johnson now at quarterback. He's going to hand off to JJ, who picks up a gain of 5 to start out. So Gunnar Johnson wearing that captain number 1. He scrambles out to the right side. He takes it to the right and dives for the first down, gain of 10. And remember, he is a senior coming into this season. This is his first year starting, and I love to see seniors start in their final year. So here's a throw out to the right side, and that's Zane Storm. Look at the speed down the right sideline. Gain of 24. That's all you have to do. Give him a drag route, and he will take it quite a way. That went for 24 yards and a big first down. So now Jamal Wilson, the backup quarterback, checks in for a little read option. He takes it to the left side, and he takes it for a gain of 9, but pitches it. And it's picked up by Colton Hollywood. But wow, we got to be careful with running that option. So Wilson still stays into the game here. Bunch to the left side. Wilson moves to the right side. He's going to probably stop and throw, and he's got his man. That's Stephen Ford on the sideline. Gain of 12 yards. We still have him at quarterback. He is very dynamic, and he stays in the game here at about the 14-yard line. 2nd and 9. Quick throw across the middle, and it's the first catch of Chris Whiteside's career. Gain of 9 yards for him. So now we're inside the 5-yard line here for a 3rd and inches. Gunnar Johnson comes back into the game. Hollinson next to him. Running a receiver in motion. Quick throw. It's TC3. Touchdown. 5 yards out. He's healthy coming into this year. Nice little drive put together by this offense. And Gunnar Johnson has his first touchdown pass as a starting quarterback in his senior year. It's 7-3. So let's see if this offense can play pretty good defense on this one. And there is a blitz by Jake Braun, and he gets into the backfield. Loss of 3 yards. Nice tackle that time by the linebacker. So 2nd and 13 this time. Martin moves in the pocket. He's going to throw to the right side, a long throw, and he's got his tight end Greer, who breaks a tackle and breaks another one, and he gets pushed out of bounds. That's a gain of 16. That's Jabari Reed on the opposite end of that tackle, the senior. So 1st and 10, handoff to left side. It's going to be Birch, who does get stopped in the backfield. That's a loss of 1 yard. Once again, Jabari Reed is there. He's going to have a big-time year as a senior leader on this defense. So under center, Martin, 2nd and 11. He tries to scramble out, but he's not getting away. It's J.J. Taylor. I expect him possibly to lead our team in sacks for the 2nd straight year once again, maybe even get double-digit for the first time in this series by any player. So 3rd and 16, quick throw across the middle. It's Kilpatrick, and he gets lit up. That is Brian York on the hit. I could see some forced fumbles this season once again by Brian York. That's a big-time hit coming up as M-Stam does settle for the long field goal. This is a very long field goal, and it's going to be way short. Trey Frazier back to receive it, but he's just going to take a knee, set us up with good field position. So a nice couple of drives here, and now a nice little stop there on that 2nd drive by M-Stam. So here's Gunnar Johnson back out onto the field. Quick throw to left side. He's got Stephen Ford, who breaks the tackle, and he gets pushed out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 for him. So now 2nd and 1 this time. He throws across the middle. He's got TC3 again. Up the seam, gain of 18. It's a 1st down. We have a lot of weapons in this offense now. And with Zane Storm, it definitely kind of relieves the pressure off of TC3 as well. So here's Gunnar Johnson now. Play action fake, throw to left side, and he's got Whiteside. Touchdown, 16 yards. And that's the first touchdown catch of his career. Number 87, that's a perfect throw to the inside part. The defender was kind of playing the outside. That's a perfect throw on that one. Gunnar Johnson looking good, 14-3. So here's M-Stam trying to run the ball, but it's not going to work. That's a tackle in the backfield, Preston Kinney. This defensive line is looking strong early, and I like to see that from Kinney. So now 2nd and 14, another draw play. Birch tries to run the ball. It's not going to work. Eddie McMack on the tackle, and it brings it to a 3rd and 11. They're going to try to run the screen pass out to the right side. Nobody's home, though. Perfect setup. Birch down the right sideline. One more block, and he's off to the races. Let's see how far he gets. He gets to about the 16-yard line. Gain of 60 yards on that screen, and now M-Stam is set up to score. So 5 minutes left here in the first half. Handoff. This time it's Greer who takes to the right side, and he's going to pick up a block. It's a touchdown. 16 yards for the fullback. He plays fullback, running back, and tight end. And it's going to be a lead of 14-10 here for the Rivercats. So now we come back on offense. We've been 2 for 2 so far. Johnson stops and throws. He's got Storm across the middle. He's got room, and he gets to about the 48-yard line. Gain of 21 for him. The freshman is going to be dynamic. That's his 2nd catch of the game. So Hollinson gets the next carry. 1st and 10. Handoff to the right side. He's got speed. Runs over a defender. Remember, he comes into this year with 91 trucking. He had an amazing offseason. He's not much of a pass catcher, but he's going to run the ball well. So 2nd and 1. This time it's a quarterback blast. Wilson in the game. He picks up 10 yards. 1st down for him. He kind of likes his role. Even though he's not a starting quarterback, he likes being that guy that they rely on in option situations as Gunnar Johnson throws across the middle. It's Whiteside again. Kirk Erstreet said this was the player to watch this season. It looks good right now. Whiteside, another 1st down. So now inside of scoring position. This time Johnson moves to the right side, buys some time, throws across the middle, and he's got Isaiah Thomas for the touchdown. And this is his 1st touchdown catch of the season. Gunnar Johnson, 9 of 10, 3 touchdowns. This was a lucky throw. Isaiah Thomas just found it. The defender took his eyes off of the ball, I guess, and it goes in. It's 21-10. So here's Birch trying to run the ball, and once again it's a stop by Preston Kinney. He looks impressive coming into his senior year. That's a nice little stop in the backfield. So now 3rd and 15, our defensive line getting pressure right away, and it's a sack. Kinney again. He is going to be a pretty good player here in his senior year. I think he's finally starting to figure it all out, and he gets that sack. Derek Bomay was also there. So now we come back out with possession. Under 2 minutes left here in the first half. This is a jet sweep, this time to TC3, and he picks up about a gain of 4 yards. So now we eventually get it to a 3rd and 6. Jabari Blaze checks in, but a quick throw. It's Whiteside again, 16 yards. He's got some good hands across the middle. That's his 4th catch of the first half. So now 2nd and 10 here with 30 seconds left at about the 35-yard line. This time Johnson throws to the right side, and he's got Storm. A lot of room. Oh, and he gets tripped up at about the 10. That was almost his first career touchdown. Zane Storm is ready to explode at any second. So Jamal Wilson checks into the game here with 13 seconds left. Running the option. Wilson, one-on-one. He pitches it. Touchdown. That is the first touchdown of Zane Storm's career, and it comes by way of rushing this time. And there we make the lead 28-10 going into halftime. This is a great lead here and a great start for this offense. And I like what I'm seeing from Gunnar Johnson. We have the big lead. So here we go to start the second half. Our offense has just been rolling. Let's see if we can keep it up. M-Stamp starting to send the blitz to start out. And it's a sack on Gunnar Johnson, loss of 10 yards. Christian Towns, who's actually their best defensive lineman. He was their best lineman last year as well. So now 3rd and 20. Gunnar Johnson gets hit on the throw, and it does fall incomplete. So M-Stamp finally gets a stop. And now they come back out on offense with great field position. Handoff Birch, but still cannot get loose. Ja'Cory Reed in the backfield. How many tackles for loss is that when they're trying to run the ball and everybody is getting in on the action? So now Martin throws a screen pass out to the right side. Birch has it, stopped. And it's about a gain of 4 yards, bringing it to a 3rd and 9 this time. We did snuff out that screen and went for 60 yards earlier. Is now Martin in the pocket, breaks the 1 sack, and he can't get away from the second. It's the first sack of the career of Dominique Edwards. He gets in. Preston Kinney almost was there, but then we got in for the sack. Dominique Edwards is going to be good. And we get the punt on this drive, and now we hand the ball off. Hollinson, big time run up the middle, and he's got a gain of 16. First down for him. We've been so good throwing the ball this game that we haven't even been giving the ball to Hollinson as we give it right back to him, and he cuts back a little bit, and he picks up a gain of 6 yards for him. And now we're inside of field goal range here, bringing it to a 2nd and 4. We're going to line up with trips to the left side. Let's see what Johnson does. He stops. He lobs it, and he's got TC3 again inside the 5, gain of 23. Johnson just looks more polished this year as a passer. I love it. And now we're inside the 5. We're going to hand off Hollinson. He does find a little bit of a hole, and he gets to about the 1-yard line, gain of 3. So now 2nd and goal. We give it right back to him. Let's see if he gets in, and he does. Touchdown, his first one of the day. And there we go, giving our man at tailback the ball. I really love Hollinson coming into this year. He could easily break 14 touchdowns, I think I'm predicting. And now here we are back out on defense as Shogun Gonzalez gets his 2nd catch of the game since that first big bomb in the first quarter. So Martin this time hit on the throw, and that was Odin Blue getting in for the blitz. And now we get it to a 3rd and 10 on defense. I mean, this offense can't do anything. Martin throws deep, one-on-one, and it's caught by Kilpatrick. One of the few big plays you'll see Bryant Britt give up this entire year, I'm guessing. And it's a first down. Bryant Britt comes into this game as an All-American. So does Brian York. And also, so does J.J. Taylor. He comes into this game as a preseason All-American. So we have a few on defense. We have yet to get one on offense. But maybe next year Zane Storm might get that preseason All-American as M-Stamp throws left side. And they got a touchdown. That's Casey Birch. And he gets in, and they do cut this lead down, but it's still a big lead, 35-17, as Johnson comes back out onto the field. Throw to the right side, and he's got Stephen Ford. He had a foot in bounds, gain of 12. We have a ton of guys we can move around in this offense. Stephen Ford is an outside receiver, but if we need him, he can move to the inside. You never know, because we have some bigger receivers like Whiteside, like Isaiah Thomas, who can play on the outside. I don't think we're pretty limited in that department this year. So here's a handoff. This time it's Hollinson. He picks up 4, but he's a little bit shaken up on the play. So in comes Jabari Blaze. He finally gets some playing time here in his senior year. His first carry, handoff up the middle. And it gets stripped, and it's picked up by Norton on M-Stam. You've got to be kidding me. Jabari Blaze is just a fumbling machine. We tried to get him going in Season 1, Season 2. He just continues to fumble the ball. That's just his Achilles heel as a running back, and he gives the ball back to M-Stam. So here they are back on an offense, getting the ball across the middle to their tight end. That's George Arnold, and he picks up a first down. So let's see if we can come up with a stop here as they're close to the 50-yard line. Is Martin from the shotgun. He's going to have all day. He throws to the right side to the sideline. He's got Arnold again. Gain of 18. The pressure was right there. It looks like we were just there for the sack, but he got rid of the ball. So here is Martin at quarterback. The lefty throws across the middle. He's got Arnold again, his favorite target. He likes to make these easy throws across the middle, and he's going to find his tight end all day long. So Martin this time throws left side. He's got Bell, a lot of room, first down, tackled by Ja'Cory Reed. And they're just gonna dunk it all the way downfield. That's what they do on offense if they can't run the ball. So they're gonna hand off this time. No, Martin keeps on the triple option and pitches it out to Birch. He's got room and he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. And M-Stam is right back in this game, 35-23. And they line up to go for 2 to make it a 10-point game. And this will make it a field goal and a touchdown away. And Martin throws across the middle. It's incomplete. All right, so still a 2-touchdown lead here for the Rivercats. But, man, without that fumble, we should be up by at least 4 touchdowns in this one. So here's Hollinson. He checks into the game. Handoff up to the middle, and he runs over a defender, picking up a gain of 6 on the way. And now we get it to a 2nd and 4. Handoff. Hollinson again, a big-time hole, and he gets it up the middle. Gain of 18. First down. He's closing in on a 100-yard day. He's about 12 yards away. 6.8 yards per carry this game. So Wilson checks into the game. A little jet sweep, this time to Whiteside. And we're just trying out some things on this offense. We really need to get familiar with this playbook. Remember, we are using Northwestern's playbook now, and it's different from Texas Tech's air raid offense. So Johnson checks back in this time, scrambling, and he gets hit hard, but he does pick up a gain of 3. So we bring it to a 4th and 1. We should kick the field goal here, but look, Coach Jay has other ideas. 4th and 1. Let's see what we do on our first 4th down conversion throw. It's an easy one. Whiteside's got it. A lot of room, too, inside the 10. It's a first down. Gunnar Johnson has been magical this game. No turnovers, pretty much pinpoint accuracy, and it's been good. Handoff, Hollinson runs over a defender. His 2nd touchdown of the game. I predicted 14 for him this year. Maybe 14's a little low. He's already got 2 in this first game. So here's M-Stam back on offense, 2.5 minutes left, trying to get away, but it's going to be a sack. This time it's Jake Braun, his first sack. Everybody gets a sack this game. As they do eventually pick up the first down, Martin throws to the right side. He's got a man, but it's picked off. Brenton Jackson, and that one will seal up this game, and that's how this one ends. Brenton Jackson, the freshman on the right side, he gets his first interception of his career. And what a great victory this time from M-Stam. And I think this just effectively ended this rivalry. I just don't think M-Stam's ready to compete yet. And they will have the MAC conference to themselves, so maybe they can earn their way up to the SEC. But right now, I think they've got a little bit of recruiting to do, and I think that they're just not ready yet. And our offense dominated in this one. Hollinson did not get 100 yards. He had 96, but 2 touchdowns. And we actually had a lot of guys touch the ball, running the ball. Jamari Tyson is a guy to watch out for. But Jabari Blaze, I mean, after fumbling, I think he just moved down the depth chart. One, he was the backup running back. I think that Jamari Tyson is going to be there now. And receiving the ball, I mean, this is going to be a dynamic offense. I think that the one thing that we do need to make sure is that we do have a backup slot receiver. And I think that Whiteside could fit filled that void. I think that he played pretty well in the slot. Isaiah Thomas had a touchdown catch, TC3 in Whiteside, and then Zane Storm had a rushing touchdown in this one. And then defensively, I mean, we just got after the quarterback. So many tackles for loss. Our run defense was very, very good in this game. Ja'Cory Reed had a good game. Jake Braun had a good game. J.J. Taylor had a good game. And, I mean, for the first time, you heard Brian York's name maybe once, but everybody else took the spotlight. I mean, this was the type of game that I love because Preston Kinney actually did well. Dominique Edwards, everybody had a good game. So next episode, we will go up against the top 25 ranked San Diego State, actually top 15 ranked, and Davis Lee, the former Rivercat quarterback. He's back and he's ready for revenge after 2 years in JUCO. This is gonna be fun. Hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, they filling out these job applications. Life got hard after high school graduation. I went to college and your boy got financial aid. They gave me money, then I went and bought a pair of J's. And I bought a pair of shades. And I bought a new computer. Had $400 left, spent the rest on